Today on CritiX Talk, we're talking the latest Spider-Man movie, the MCU Far From Home. Let's get it. Welcome to CritiX Talk. I'm one of your hosts, Miguel, joined by the one and only Klep.
Episode 55.
Joined by the one and only, the Hype King himself, Mark 4D. What up, Mark?
Yo, listen, I feel like this is going to be a special episode.
Yo, bro.
This is my favorite number, 5.
55?
5 is my favorite
Bow,
number.
bow.
So we're talking about the one and only Peter Parker.
Peter Park, bro. Yo,
Yeah.
we were lucky enough. Shout out to all the critics out there, man. We lucky enough to catch Spider-Man Far From Home early, bro.
Early birdie.
What, like a whole week?
A whole
Oh,
week.
we watched it on premiere night, bro.
We did, red carpet
Bro.
premiere night.
Bro, I mean, Tom Holland was in, what, Hollywood?
He was just missing the labs, that's it.
Zendaya was in Hollywood? We was in Boston, baby. What's
Yeah,
up?
man. Represent.
Yo, this movie, you guys, let's get into it, bro. I couldn't be more excited for it or for the people out there to see it. Because, wow. How does Marvel keep doing it, Klep?
I don't know, but I mean, I can honestly say this is probably their best one yet.
Wow.
Their
Mark
best
D,
one yet.
how do you feel about this film?
I honestly said the same thing. I think that's Spider-Man, honestly.
Wow.
And no shade for Tobes. I still love you guys.
I mean, but you can't even say that because I feel like there's a Sony undertone in this one. It feels a little Sony.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. There's a lot. Like,
know?
it really does feel like it's a son of that project. You know what I mean? It's like it's in the same lineage. And we're glad to see it, man. Honestly, like, Sony Pictures, Amy Pasquale, like, you could see her influence all over this film. And I'm sure, like, we'll continue to see it in the future. But let's get into it. This is the first film of Phase 4, Klep, or is this still wrapping up the last
Listen,
phase?
I've heard so many different things. I've heard that it is the end of Phase 3 going into Phase 4. I've heard it's the beginning of Phase 4, but they're not. I've heard many different things.
But it obviously does serve like as an epilogue of everything that we've seen, especially of, you know, the big events out of Endgame. Mark D, did this movie answer everything that you wanted to see? You know, all the questions you had left over from Endgame?
I honestly thought it was funny that everyone who watched Endgame thought that here are all the Easter eggs.
Yeah.
And you watch Spider-Man, you're like, there's more?
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. I was honestly, I was impressed. I was impressed that they were still able to pull that off and throw in more Easter eggs and even more.
Yo, the homie Klep always got to pull out his hard copies. Yo, homie don't play.
Yeah.
He stays. Yo, what you got out here for us?
So I just posted this not too long ago on the Critics Comics page, you know, in honor of us seeing, you know, the early screening, and it being Friday, and we in the comic community have this thing called First Appearance Friday. I wanted to bring out the first appearance of the Elementals. So,
Woo!
you know.
Yo, Klep always stays schooling you guys. You guys better listen to this guy if you're into this whole comic game. Mark D, how's it like? Is Tom Holland your favorite Spider-Man?
I mean, you know, his chemistry as Spider-Man and as Peter Parker, he not only can act it, he looks the part. Like he looks the part. He looks the age. Everything that he's doing, like, it plays well. The whole teenage era in this movie especially, they play huge on, like, you know, teenage emotions, and like it was like perfect.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with you on that, because like you really do feel, yo, this is a teenager, man. Like, he's gonna make dumb mistakes.
Yeah.
And he makes those. Doesn't he?
Yeah, he makes a ton of them. He's very vulnerable. He's very naive, which is part of growth. And I like that Marvel tackled that to make this feel more realistic in the teen environment. Because, like I said, I always felt like Homecoming was a little too young.
Yeah.
But now it all makes sense watching him grow into this character, because a lot of the other iterations of Spider-Man that we got, he's already a full-grown man pretty much. Even though he's coming out of high school, they always kind of take it from his graduation and go forth. They never, like, give us the whole high school, young adolescence, you know, environment.
It's funny. It's funny how. Sorry to interrupt you, but it's funny how you compare the Spider-Man throughout the years, and when you think about, Toby was supposed to be in high school too.
Toby looked like he was ready to move in with his wife.
Yo, Garfield, same thing. Like, he was in high school, bro, and these dudes look like grown ass men, and that's not what we get from Tom, right?
I mean, Tom is still of age. I mean, he's what, 21 now, 22.
Yeah, he's a young
like
kid.
that, but he plays young. He looks young. He comes off as young. The character the way he brings that character to life, it's so true to his age. It's unbelievable. I love it. Yeah. He plays naive very well as a young kid, you know, and we relate to that because we all remember being that naive.
Yeah.
At one.
It's a start.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, even in relationship to like the father-son dynamic between him and Tony, like you can see that. And
Yeah.
he brings that to life really very, very, very well.
And just to make it clear to you critics out there, we're not spoiling this movie for you.
Not
we might do
so
that
ever.
later on another episode, but tonight,
Later in the week.
right now, this is just giving you our thoughts and how
First
much
reactions.
we like this movie because we really did like this movie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put you guys on the spot right now. Mark D, if you had to give this movie a rating, bro, how many X's?
I'd honestly want to give it 5 X's.
Whoa.
5, huh?
Clef.
Granted, we did see it in IMAX for the first show.
Yeah.
So, you know, that does make a huge difference. You get to see 26% more of the screen.
Oh, don't forget that. That's
This guy's the IMAX king, by the way.
yeah.
He knows exactly how much percentage you're gonna get.
Yeah, the hype doesn't stop just at the.
He actually negotiates
clothing
ticket
and
price
fashion.
based on the percentage of the screen in which he gets.
He's like, yo, you know what? I'm just gonna pay you 25% more. Actually, 26%
I'm gonna
more.
pay you 20% less because I know it's not IMAX.
Yo, but for real though, like, did this movie answer every question you had coming from Endgame, Klep?
Actually, it did.
Yeah.
I mean, right out the gate. I mean, not even like really serious questions, but it tackles anything that might be boggling around in your brain. You're definitely gonna get all your questions answered immediately, almost immediately. Not to put anybody on the spot, but Mark D, you miss some of this, didn't you?
Well,
The beginning.
I did miss the first few minutes.
Yeah.
Because concessions. You gotta have your concessions, right?
Yo,
I needed that popcorn.
it happens,
in that Spider-Man collector's cup.
yo. I love these right
Even
here.
and even with missing the first couple of minutes. Like,
But
movie
were you
was-
able to jump in and
Yeah, jumped right in.
So that says a lot. It was easy to follow.
It definitely was.
They definitely tackle questions that you may or may not have. I'm telling you right away, you're gonna go in and you're gonna laugh a lot too because they poke fun at the things that you already know. And I don't know. I solid 4.5 for me, man.
Yeah.
Solid point.
I'm up there with it, man.
Yeah.
Like solid 4, bro. Like this.
4, huh?
Well, a 4 is not too shabby, all right?
4,
I'm not
4.5,
taking
5.
anything away from this movie. This movie is amazing, bro. I don't know how Marvel keeps doing it, but yo, their writing team right now, they're serious about it. I love that they brought back the director from Homecoming.
Yep, Homecoming.
Because it feels like a continuation, straight up. I'm so glad to have seen the cast back, right? Like, shout out to Ned, shout out to Aunt May, shout out to MJ, shout out to all his friends, even Flash, bro. Shout out to Flash. How entertaining was Flash, Mark D?
Man, here's my thing about Flash, though.
Yeah.
I like Flash. I like what they're doing with Flash, but I want a more serious Flash because the Flash that I know in the comics and the cartoon becomes Venom. I don't get a Venom-y feel at all.
We have a Venom.
I know, but I don't get an enemy feel. You know what I mean? Like, Peter Parker is supposed to have that in-school nemesis, and they kind of switch roles with people. Not to give anything away, I don't want to say anybody's name, but there is a character that they gave that fuel to, which I didn't expect. No one probably saw that coming, and it wasn't Flash.
Yeah.
So, you know.
But I mean, they've switched other things. I don't mind them like tweaking it here and there.
Yeah.
You know, getting different aspects of these characters and what they can do.
I like what they did with MJ.
I love
that a lot.
I like what they did to
Dark.
Yo, shout out. I love what they stay doing with Aunt May, bro. And other characters in the universe also love it. 'Cause,
Marissa, Miss Torme.
yo, she has a lot of fans. And I'm not talking about, like, the critics out here. I'm talking about the characters in the movie,
You think
bro.
we're gonna get a Mayverse?
I would love to see some more May in anything.
I mean, if Pennyworth can get a universe, why can't Aunt May get a universe?
Yo,
It does get badass in the movie.
Klep just said it. Look for it on Disney Plus. We get
The
the
Aunt
show's just
Mayverse.
called May.
May.
This is May. M-A-E.
It's gonna be May.
Gonna be. Oh shoot! Let's not get that copyright, kid. Yo, but for real though, I'm so glad. Like everything they did with Ned, his boy, his man on the computer. What's it called? The man on the seat.
The man in the chair.
The man in the chair,
Man in the
bro.
chair.
Yo,
Ned
homie
Leeds.
stole the show. Like he had so much like comedy relief in this movie.
I like what they did with him. It was good that they took because he just played the sidekick in Homecoming, and they kind of gave his character some dynamic, something to kind of follow along with, and it was hilarious.
It kept them fresh.
Yeah,
it's almost like as much as what was going on in the movie, and there's a lot, they were still able to focus in on each character and kind of give us more development background on each character and more of their story, what's going on.
They did do that, yeah.
And they fit all that in there, like smooth.
They made us care about people that we wouldn't thought we would care about.
And this movie didn't really waste a lot of time into getting into it. Like, hey, I don't think I'm ruining anything by saying it's a movie where they take a Euro trip. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like
Fish
right from the get, it's like Peter's getting ready for his trip, boy.
Fish out of water.
I think it's fair to say anything on the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although
there was some
they go
things.
on a trip. They show the elementals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not saying nothing on the
And
trailer.
listen, not to like throw you guys off beat, but Mark D called it. Yo, there's scenes in this trailer that are not in the movie, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, and that was a watchful eye, Mark D. Good looks, bro. Like, because I didn't really.
Yeah.
That would have been a cool scene.
That would have been a cool
Well,
scene.
you posted that. Which one was it?
It was
Ooh.
It's the one. No, we're not spoiling anything. It's in the trailer. It's not in the movie.
Oh, I guess you guys are gonna have to wait till next week to check that out because Mark D's a vault.
Yo.
I mean,
He's a trap door.
well, because see, this thing
It's not really spoiling if it's not there.
True. Well, there's just true. It's the one with they show like the claws coming off his back.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he takes out the bad guys and he
it
makes a
says
joke
something
at the
to
cop.
cops.
Yeah, so the one scene that pulls you into the trailer where he burns the cop with a comment, it's not there.
It's not in it.
It's not there.
Yeah, that's
so and that.
But it doesn't take anything away from the movie.
No, not at all.
Because we still get a very similar scene, but it's not that, right?
Yeah.
And the movie really does pick up like right after the events of Endgame, which is great because
Right after.
like
Immediately.
like I said, we all had questions. Questions get answered, right?
Right away.
And in a very comical way, right? Like
very like smart on Marvel's behalf to introduce the explanation.
Yeah.
To set up the world that Spider-Man lives in, because let's be real, all these characters have a certain world. We had a certain world with Tony where he had his characters. We had a certain world with Doctor Strange, and and so forth. And now Spider-Man's world is in fact within high school.
Yeah.
And I'll leave it at that.
And it does feel like that. And although, Klep, you did mention to me at one point that this movie does feel a lot more connected to the overall MCU than Homecoming felt. You want to elaborate a little bit?
Yes. Homecoming, and I had this conversation with Wade. Shout out to Wade, CritiX Music. I felt like, to me, Homecoming, they did what was necessary. They did what they needed to do. This one is they're doing what they want to do. And now it's like if you're not invested in this whole MCU thing, you may miss out on some things because it calls back. It calls way back. It calls back close to its time period, and it calls back even further. So you really, I can't tell you what films you need to see, but you need to be on board.
And it's not like just Spider-Man or Avengers or Civil War.
Yeah.
It's like it does pull from a lot of other things.
I don't think they approach any of these movies like not with the mindset that it's for the fans.
Yeah.
So it's like
fan
they
service.
keep doing what they do, like, and it's great. Like the connections, it's like.
Yeah.
I put out a tweet. I said that. I said, nah, it's like Marvel is like full-blown fan servicing right now. That's their goal. They're not making casual movies for the casual fan. They're linking everything as if it is a comic book, as these are pages that we're actually turning. So you're gonna see callbacks, you're gonna see cameos, you're gonna see everything that a real fan is gonna be able to recognize and be like, oh, I remember that. I remember that. So, and it even helps with plot point too. So you really got to be on board.
Even someone just coming into a film like this one, it's gonna make them maybe want to go back and like learn everything.
Yep.
So it's like even what they did with Captain Marvel threw us back, like, and we were
Yeah, there's shout outs to Captain Marvel.
I know, right?
All around, honestly. But
that's not saying she's in it. Trust me.
How do you guys feel about the effects in this movie? Because whoa, was I blown away, man! Man, Marvel, like Disney overall, when it comes to special effects, they're in a whole other league, right? But this movie, man, some of the action sequences, eye popping. I'm talking about like I don't think I've seen anything quite like that.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the Nick Fury de-aging was the top.
Yeah.
But to see Mysterio maneuver,
Do his thing.
not even like his effects, but like just seeing him floating through the air and conducting magic.
Looked amazing.
Oh, dude, it's a ride. Like, you need to go to IMAX to see this.
Yeah.
When we go again, we're going to see it again. We're definitely going to IMAX. I'm not doing anything.
Because we need that 26% more, right, Mark D?
Yeah.
You can't go to IMAX then go see, then go down and then you miss something.
Yeah, you're like, yo, I remember there was something right there.
Yeah.
They should honestly put Easter eggs in that 26%.
Just like right in the corner.
Wow.
Like right in the corner.
Yeah.
So like if
IMAX
you
exclusive.
IMAX exclusives.
You know?
Don't give IMAX any ideas. They'll start They'll start selling space in movies.
Yo, so the audience that we watched this movie
Yeah.
really loved it.
Nah, they could have been better. Come on.
Really, Klep?
Endgame was, when I went to see Endgame, that was a crowd.
Yo,
That was a crowd.
that was too much.
I loved it.
Yeah,
But
where'd you see Endgame?
IMAX.
Opening night.
Opening night at IMAX.
Yeah.
Little different than the advanced screening of people who wanted to rush in to see a Spider-Man movie. I think it was split half and half.
You're getting me hyped for my second go.
Because for real, no,
You're getting me hyped.
The fans that were there, like at certain times, like up cheering out of their seats. But
Maybe it's where we were sitting. I just didn't feel it.
Yeah, no, honestly, Avengers bring like a whole different type of crowd, I feel.
Yeah, it
Like
brings
this,
out all the
this
fans.
is more of a family film, even though like those aren't R-rated by any means. But Spider-Man is really geared towards kids,
But
right?
what else?
Teenager.
What else?
He is a kid.
But what else?
But
But what
But like,
else?
hey, we you know, Wade brought his nephew. Shout out Wade, and he loved it. You know what I mean? Like, this is geared towards the younger crowd, and that's okay because we still enjoyed it.
But let's not dumb it down though. Without spoilers, this is probably the most violent we've seen.
yeah, it actually.
Like,
yeah,
Spidey gets his ass whipped.
Like
The
you
way
said-
I
like you
love
said,
Spidey to get his ass whipped, because
Yeah.
in the comics he takes some beatings.
He does.
I like that you said family because like there is for adults. Like you said.
Yeah, yeah. It gets a little intense. You might be
Yeah.
on the edge of your seat a little bit.
Yeah.
I
And
wish I could talk about that scene, but
yeah, Mysterio, man. Like, yeah, I can't really give him enough credit because, like, I literally never seen anything like this.
top
right?
5
like,
villains in the MCU.
and as far as power wise, yeah, bro.
So you gotta give a little props to Ryan Reynolds too, then. I mean,
Ryan Reynolds, why?
Ryan Reynolds.
Jake?
Jake,
Bro,
the
Jake-
Gyllenhaal.
Yo, Jake the God, bro. That's what we call him.
We call him
these days.
JG around here.
Bro. Yo,
J to
JG.
J to G.
Yo, Jake the G, bro. Yo.
And honestly, too, the
He
way
put it down.
acted with him was like effortless.
Yo.
It was like,
Yeah.
And relatable.
Kinda just played himself.
He definitely wanted to have fun, and he definitely wanted to be there.
Honestly,
You see it.
homie did it like when he did that flip from like
Mm.
from likable character to villain. It went really smooth, and it was like, whoa, was he hiding that the whole time?
Yeah.
Because like the character is really likable. Like Spider-Man likes him a lot.
Oh, he loved him.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
He loved him a lot. Like I was.
and not just him. Like really every other character he interacted with was like, yo, Mysterio, bro. That's that
there's
dude.
So many layers. I wish we could just
Yeah.
peel back.
Yeah.
You guys are definitely gonna have to check out our spoilish review, because right now it's all reaction, and there's so much we're holding back that, oh man, so many layers. Like
Yeah.
even the dynamic with him and Quentin Beck, aka Mysterio.
Yeah.
Even with him and Fury. Even like there's so much more with Spider-Man now to look forward to. Not even in this film, but just outside of it. Like, I cannot even wait to see what's next.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what Marvel does. They set you up with a piece that's enough to nibble on, and then you're like, I need more. Anyone that felt the way they felt after Infinity War going into Endgame, this will do the same exact thing to you, but more excitement, because it's not a downer. It's just like, oh my God!
They
Like,
spider bite.
Yeah.
Let's spider bite.
like the post-credit scene.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh my God!
both of them.
Stay for both scenes.
Both of them.
But the first one.
Yes.
Oh my God!
Yeah, yeah. For older fans, older Marvel fans are gonna love that.
People out of their seats for that one.
Yo, but Klep, I'm really glad you mentioned Peter's Spider-Man's relationship with Nick Fury, because we see a lot of that.
Yeah.
Mark D, how did you enjoy Sam Jackson and Maria Hill in this movie? You thought they had played a big enough role?
Well, I like that they brought him back. You know, we've seen them disappear from the last movie. They came back, and then they threw him in this movie. I think they wanted to dive in and give us a chance to see the duo action from them and the team they're actually there with as well. I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that the Fury's playing a major role within the MCU because, I mean, it all started with him. So it all makes sense.
Full circle.
Yeah. And they didn't really shy away about, like, hey, this is an adult dealing with a teenager, bro. Like,
Yeah.
if any of you have younger siblings that you, like, try to get them to do something that you know, hey, this is the right thing to do, you will definitely relate with Nick Fury dealing with Spider-Man with this thing, right?
Yeah, you will.
And the way he goes about, you know, getting Spider-Man to do the things he needs him to do, it's super clever and awesome, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That is fun. That's one of the key.
It's like a long-running joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a running joke throughout.
It makes
the movie.
you think: is anything coincidence?
Is anything real?
Thank you, Mark. Is anything real?
Like
that's a tagline for
Nick
this
Fury
movie.
is always pulling the strings.
Or is he?
Good point.
Anyways,
Good touche.
This movie, man, like, we obviously loved it. Let's talk about, like, the plot and all that. Like, were you guys satisfied with the whole, you know, his what's the word I'm looking for? His journey. Spider-Man's journey through this movie, because, like, we find him in a place post of Endgame where he's still hurting a lot, right? Not just him, but, like, the whole world. Like, this is appearing in the trailers. We are missing a lot of heroes.
Yeah, I like how what Keith pointed out. It's almost like we're seeing him grow, and this movie was exactly that. You know, seeing him become, you know, someone frail that's kind of afraid to do things, wants to go back to the normal life. He's realizing that, you know, he's becoming a man and he needs to step up. So, like, he does what he has to do.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy.
He has great power, and that brings him what?
Great responsibility.
Great responsibilities. Yo, and they never, little spoiler, they never mentioned the name Uncle Ben, right?
Never.
But there's like, if you know, right? Because it's there. Because when Klep saw it, he was like,
BFP.
right there, boy.
Yeah, when he's traveling to go on his trip, he puts all his clothes in a suitcase and closes it, and it has the initials BFP, which is Ben Frank Parker?
Yeah.
Uncle Ben.
They never beat that horse in these movies, huh? Like,
yeah, which is it's a little weird.
You
got beat with it before.
Do you feel like they're missing that?
No, you know what it is? It's like, do you want to see another, you know, Batman and his parents?
Absolutely not.
Same thing.
No, absolutely not.
That's what they were thinking.
Yo, I was playing the Batman game the other day, bro, and I lived through it. Like, you know what I mean? His parents, I was like, yo, this is too much, bro.
The problem that I have with it is that we don't see the motivation, and I've talked with Wade about this too. We don't see the pain. Like, the motivation of Spider-Man going out and being the hero that he is was because of the guilt of his uncle.
Yeah.
So it's like he's doing all this way beforehand. We know that there's no Uncle Ben, but where is Uncle Ben? Why is Spider-Man out there doing what he's doing? You know, they use other people as motivation for him, but it never initially tells us why he's out there saving people, you know? I feel like he touched on it a little bit when he was talking to Tony in Civil War, but
but he said he didn't want to save people. Like, at the end of the last one, he's like, he's done with this.
No, I mean, what do you mean?
Like, at the beginning of this, he didn't want to. In the beginning of this movie, he's like all set. He doesn't want it.
Yeah.
No. It's not that he doesn't want to do it anymore. He's just on vacation.
He just wants a
wants
goddamn break.
He wants a break, and he's more used to doing the neighborhood stuff and staying, you know, within his block.
Yeah. So when Fury comes in and it's like, yo, bro, we need you to take out this big guy.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, can you call somebody else, bro?
Yeah, right?
Like, I met him. I know you know them. Call them. You know what I'm saying? Like, leave me alone, bro. I got a school trip to go. And, like, he's literally, 16 years old in this movie? Bro, that's a kid.
Well, technically, he's like 20.
But you know what I mean. Like, Peter, bro. Peter.
Figure it out. The snapping.
Let's get into the supporting characters, bro. Like, I know we talked about me. We talked about Ned. We got into it a little bit about, you know, Mysterio. But, like, everybody else that's in this movie, it seems like Spider-Man has a closer relationship with some of Tony's support characters.
Oh, like Happy Hogan.
Let's talk about Happy, bro. Were you guys happy to see Happy?
I was happy to see Happy. He was a necessary plot point. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He is the connection between Tony and Peter essentially. And I just think he plays well as a great mentor for Peter in this sense. So yeah, he was definitely necessary.
Yeah, him being there, I feel like adds on to the feeling of a presence of Iron Man still being around, Tony Stark still being around, and Peter Parker having known to look too, like he's like, oh, at least Happy's here. So
Yeah.
I thought that was cool. Show that relationship and any other relationships with his honor.
Anything you felt this film lacked, like maybe something you wanted to see more of that you didn't get enough of, maybe something that you felt, hey man, this should have been addressed and they just kind of swept it under the rug.
Well, in the review that we wrote, we tried very hard. We usually like to discuss wins and losses in a film, and we struggled for losses.
Yeah.
It's not a perfect film, but it's the perfect film we needed, I should say.
For Peter.
And I think
always have to be losses.
yeah, I think the only thing we could nibble at would probably have been Mysterio's origin, just kind of being dropped in our laps at a certain point in the film. It's still great. It's still a necessary piece in the film.
Especially if you were familiar with
the MCU.
The MCU overall.
But I feel like for casual fans who aren't familiar with the MCU, it could throw them a loop.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. Not saying that you guys aren't quick. It's just there's a lot of things that are explained and shown that the average person who's not into the MCU is probably going to be like, who are these motherfuckers?
Yeah, probably. You might need repeat watches, you think, on some of these films?
I didn't need repeat.
Well, Klep, you have repeated all these films multiple times. You're not the average person when it comes to these things. Right? But I'm really happy that they pulled from a lot of these films, right? We actually even get a cameo at one point from a major star. Not like nothing new. Some scenes that we've seen in a past film, but it was like how they connect things, bro. Like that. It was just awesome. You know what I'm saying?
We did see a major star. You're right.
A bunch of connections.
I didn't even think of that.
Right?
That major.
Because homie is there.
Yeah, he's there.
Yeah.
He's in the scene.
You guys, so what would you want to see from the next Spider-Man? Spider-Man, what did we call it, Klep? I remember we came up with a home name, right?
Oh man, I can't remember. We were just poking fun at it.
What would you want to see in the next Spider-Man? Something home.
I just hope it's not a home title.
To say what we want
But I just hope that it's not a home title. Give me a Spider-Man movie with a cool ass name. I don't want to hear another home anything.
Okay,
Spider-Man.
So what I will say
home
is,
house arrest. Spider-Man Home Alone.
Yeah, I don't know about,
that's what you said. Spider-Man Home Alone.
I don't know about a name, but what I would like to see, especially coming from this one, they covered everything, from like the action to the story to like romantic relationships. Like that was fire.
Yeah.
So in the new one, I probably want to see them focus more on like Spider-Man dealing possibly with maybe multiple villains and being more in the city.
Sinister Six.
And maybe.
Thank you.
Maybe,
Sinister Six.
I don't know if he's ever going to do any editorial work or anything like that, but.
We haven't even got that vibe. Like.
No, he's a kid. Is this Klep? You're more familiar than us. His timeline, right? Was he an avid photographer in his high school years?
Right out the gate, brother. Remember,
he took pictures in school.
Yeah, right out the gate. Like, it was always been a part of the character. Like, he worked for the Daily Bugle.
Have we seen him hold a camera yet?
No. He does the documentaries. A film by Peter Parker.
He does do those.
He does even selfie. So
he does pick it up.
I like that they're switching it. They're making it like now. It's 2019. There's tons of things in the movie that are now. That's like things going on now, and it's really gonna hit you here.
This guy's eating the props.
when you see it and hear things. So I feel like I like that they're going with the technology. Maybe he won't pick up a camera per se. Maybe a phone. They did have someone vlogging in this last one, so.
Yeah, he's definitely a young man in his formative years, so there's probably a lot of interest he's going to be picking up in the next few movies, right?
I would like to see Spider-Man Secret Wars.
Okay, so you want him to maybe be Avengers Secret Wars, and he's like
No,
the lead?
I want it to be Spider-Man Secret Wars the same way that they did Captain America Civil War.
Okay.
Because I mean, essentially that storyline. I mean, it focuses on many heroes, but in the end of it all, we got the black suit, we got the symbiote. You know what I mean? So
You want to see that?
I want to see this. I need to see that for me to be complete with the Spider-Man storyline under Marvel.
Mark
I
D,
need to see that.
we get the black suit, right? But it comes with a price. It comes with Tom Hardy's Venom. Are you down for it?
There's still ways to link it.
Do you want to see it?
And now even, I'll put this out there with no spoilers, even with the first post-credit scene, there's still a way to connect it.
It could happen.
Do you want to see it, though? You want to see
you
Tom Hardy?
You guys are on the edge of your seats. I know you are.
Klep, do you want to see it?
I absolutely do want to see Venom go against Spider-Man.
Yeah. I do want to see Venom. I don't know if it's Tom Hardy's Venom. Maybe I want to see...
That's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking.
Yeah, maybe I want to see...
Flash?
And I'm not.
Yeah.
Flash doesn't... I'm telling you, they're gonna... He is not villainous at all.
No, but he's mischievous like
I don't
like
see that.
a one Loki used to be. You
I
know
don't
what
see
I'm
it
saying?
happening. I see the other guy. I can't say who, but I see the other
You
guy.
see that dude becoming Venom?
Yes, before
Yeah.
they do it with Flash.
Because, like, I want to... No spoilers, but there has been a snap. You know what I'm saying? This is a world post-snap, so when the kids come back, including Spider-Man and his core cast, they've been missing for a while, right? They've been missing for the time that Avengers said that they were missing, 5 years.
Yeah, it was
And,
not too long, and it was like 7.
The world keeps moving, you know what I mean? The world does not stop because these people just snap. Shout out to Thanos for providing that snap, bro.
T-Nos.
Tino's, is that what we're calling
Shout
them
out
in the
to
streets?
T-Nos. The Mad Titans.
So villains for the next movie. Mark D, you said you wanted to see multiple.
I like the Sinister Six.
We have seen setup for a few of them so far. Who do you want to see?
I like what's his name, the Hunter.
Oh, Craven.
Oh, Craven.
Craven, yeah. Well, Craven's always
Yeah, but
been
they're
a
doing
favorite.
a solo film for Craven.
Yeah,
Sony's doing a solo
Sony's
film.
doing its thing, man. Like
What are you doing, Sony?
Morbius, they taking away. They doing Craven.
They're taking all the decent villains and doing this villain verse, and it's taking away from the MCU, whatever. But
Klep, you mentioned you wanted to see Sinister Six. Who is your dream team for that, right? Because like I know that in the past it's been like Doc Ock, Rhino, Venom, and that. But like we can switch names. You know what I'm saying? Like who do you want to see? Like I would love to see some people come back.
We've already gotten 3.
Yeah.
Who we could see.
Who? Let's go down the list,
The
brother.
Vulture,
Vulture,
Scorpion,
Scorpio,
and Mysterio.
Mysterio. Yeah, I want to see way more Mysterio.
Yeah.
I want to see way more.
Can we?
Yes,
Why
we
not?
definitely can. And
Why
I'll
not?
break it down to you off camera.
Yeah, because
But-
yeah. So yeah, those 3 are already set up, so we're only missing 3 more.
Who you want to see, Klep?
Definitely
You
want
want to see Rhino?
I definitely want to see Goblin.
All right.
You want to see Norman Osborn, or you want to see?
I wish I could talk.
Do you want to see Norman Osborn, or
Yes.
do you want to see his son Harry?
I want to see both of them.
You want to see Hobgoblin?
I want to see both of them, but I don't want to see Hobgoblin. Not yet. Not yet.
Man, I want to see a conflicted Vulture. I want to see him back. Right? I do want to see a new Shocker. Yeah, I want to see a new Shocker. Obviously,
Shocker's in the
Scorpio,
original. He's in the original Sinister Six.
Mysterio. Right? I want to see a new Rhino. I mean, like we already saw a version of Rhino in Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's see what Marvel can do with them, right?
Yeah, I definitely want to see. All right, so we got Scorpion, we got Vulture, we got Mysterio. I want to see Goblin. I definitely
Green or Hob?
Green.
Green.
I definitely want to see Kingpin.
Ooh. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Mark D, bro. Can we see some? Can we see some Black Cat? Can we see some Silver Sable?
Well, they're supposed to be getting their own solo movies, but then they pulled on that.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Pull him from May a little bit. We get some action.
Madam Web.
Madam Web, bro. Honestly, this was.
Like think what they did in Spider-Verse. Like Give us some more.
Yes.
Um,
Yo, I was reading something about Spider-Verse. By the way, out on Netflix right now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I was they were supposed to have cameos, Tom and Toby and Andrew.
Yeah.
Man, that would have been amazing.
Yeah.
Did they?
No, they did not.
I mean,
but it was
bonus
planned,
scenes, you know.
and there's a sequel planned. So maybe next time.
I think we might get a Spider-Verse. They might a live-action Spider-Verse, and I'm all for that too because I would love to see a live-action Miles
Under the Marvel umbrella.
under Marvel or Sony. I just want to see live-action Miles. I think it's time. People are ready. The kids love Miles. I think it's time that we're all represented. Let's get Miles live-action.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. What's next for the MCU, you guys? Like, I know Marvel hasn't really released their slate, but
Soon.
if you had the power, bro, like you make this decision, what do you want to see next? You want to see something new? You want to see a returning sequel? You want to see a character that never got its shine, finally get that spotlight?
I want to see a little of both, but I gotta tell you, I'm a lot like excited to see what Guardians 3 looks like. Like I really want to see what they do with the Guardians. Even like we don't know what's going on with Gamora.
2020, right? That's next year.
I believe so. It might be 20. I thought they were taking a year off. I'm not too sure, but we gotta look into that. But I'm ready to see what that does because I feel like the Guardians are gonna be the center of the cosmic universe.
Mm-hmm.
That would make sense.
Yeah, and then we
They kind of have been.
yeah, and then we have the Eternals movie coming out, which is like A+.
Yeah.
Every star that's probably ever won an Oscar is going to be in this movie.
We heard Keanu, right? Angelina
Jolie.
These are the rumors, people. Like,
Yeah.
nothing's...
No, I think Angelina's officially signed
Is
up.
she?
Stone.
Yeah.
Emma Stone?
No, I said set in stone.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
Angelina Jolie.
I heard Millie Bobby Brown for something. Like, Marvel's moving and they're trying to set up their next slate. I would like to see maybe a Nova movie. Like,
I cannot wait till Hall H.
let's get
San Diego
out there.
Comic-Con.
Oh, man. Klep's gonna...
I cannot wait.
Klep's gonna be camping outside of Whole Age this year, bro.
I don't have to camp out.
Oh, that's right. We are invited. Uh-huh.
But yeah, I think I can't wait because there's so many rumors, so many speculations. But like to know for sure, you guys stay tuned, man.
No, but for real though, like, pick the sequel. What's next? What comes out? Black Widow. Yeah.
Is that gonna
I
come
think
next?
I think I agree with
That's
you.
coming before Guardians.
That comes, before Guardians.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see that maybe by April next year, Top.
So that means it's going to be a setup film.
Yeah.
If it's coming before Eternals and
From what I've heard, they're supposed to be setting up Yelena, the next Black Widow. Elena. Yeah.
But
So-
Scarlet is
Scarlet will be coming back, but also homegirl who played Paige in that WWE movie, she's rumored to be taken over as the new Black
that
Widow.
makes a little more sense.
Yeah.
We also heard that David Harbour from Stranger Things is signed on to Black Widow
Oh wow. Yeah.
for this movie that hasn't even been
Hellboy
announced.
himself, brother.
The movie hasn't even been announced, but yet there's set photos, there's this casting announcements. Come on, Marvel. We're hip. We're hip.
So let's wrap this thing up, guys. Let's give our final thoughts. Mark D, anything you want to say about this movie that maybe we haven't gotten to?
No, I mean, I'd definitely go watch it. It's fun. It's exciting. Like he said, bring your family. You can bring your girlfriend. They'll love it. I love in the movie the message they played on, like, truth and like deception. Yeah, shit was awesome.
It was awesome.
It was dope.
It was awesome. Clap.
Yeah, like I said, I think this is their best one yet. I went in with very low expectations. The trailer didn't really excite me as much as it maybe excited most people because, I don't know, it just didn't really show anything out of the obvious. But after watching it and seeing how Marvel told this story, pulled it all together, and then I'm really huge on post-credit scenes. Post-credit scenes will seal the deal for an entire 2-hour-long movie, to be real. And it sets up the future in the most perfect way ever. And I promise you, we promise you, when you see that first post-credit scene, you're going to fucking jump out of your
Probably
seat.
one of the best post-credit scenes.
Yes.
And I guarantee
Yes.
you are not expecting it.
Yeah.
Guarantee it.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Guarantee it.
Stay off social media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't let this be ruined for you.
That was probably the highlight for me. So with that being said, make sure you go see next Tuesday, July 2nd. Go the whole weekend. Bring the family out. Go see Spider-Man Far From Home. And I promise you, you will not be disappointed.
Yeah, I got to concur with these guys. It's certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. The critics loved it. Migz loved it. I mean, what can I say? It's another MCU hit. Klep, you want to leave the guys with a little something?
As always, guys, Critics Talk. And we want to make sure that you guys wake up, be passionate, create, and repeat. Critics Talk. We out.